Hey, Tyriel here, so welcome to the VR Tech channel and welcome back to the True Lenses series, the series where we stick a camera in front of the lenses of our VR headsets to see which one is the best, which one is the right for you. And here we're back of course with the Meta Quest 3S, as I promised that we're going to compare it directly on PCVR. In our standard test with DCS, Assetto Corsa, Elite Dangerous. The reality though is that as we know, the Meta Quest 2 and the Meta Quest 3S shares the same screens and also the same lenses, Fresnel lenses. So doing the usual comparison with Link would be kind of pointless. So how can we get the best possible scenario for the Meta Quest 3S compared to the Meta Quest 2? I'm glad you asked. But let's start with the specs, because in this video we're gonna compare the Meta Quest 3 dual LCD display with a resolution of 2064 by 2208 each eye, running up to 120 Hz with pancake lenses, and the Meta Quest 2 and the Meta Quest 3S with a resolution of 1832 by 1920 each eye single LCD display running up to 120 Hz with older generation Fresnel lenses. So yeah, as we said, they have the same screen, they have the same lenses. The difference though is in the chipset XR2 Gen 2 inside the Meta Quest 3S that is the same on the Quest 3, and with that the support for new codecs like AV1 to have better encoding and decoding and so better image quality. So while on the Quest 2 we're gonna use Link, on the Quest 3 we're gonna use Virtual Desktop, that by the way is the best way to use PCVR on our headsets. I'm gonna leave a link below to the app, hopefully with some discounts. By the way, it's not sponsored by them, this video is actually sponsored by VRWave. But yeah, with that we're gonna push the 3S to its limit in godlike mode with sharpness, Qualcomm Super Resolution, and of course the AV1 codec for better color reproduction. Is that enough to crush the Quest 2 and make it even close to a Quest 3 user Link? Well, we're gonna discover it together in this video. Of course though, remember that this is not a science, these screens, these lenses are made for your eyes and not for the lenses of the camera, so take your conclusion, see what you're gonna see, and we're gonna talk about it together at the end of the video. But of course, it's very important to see the details, and for that, there's VRWave that are sponsoring this. I'm actually using VRWave since the Oculus Quest 2 times, and these are prescription lenses made specifically for your VR headsets, as they correct nearsightedness, farsightedness, astigmatism, and are tailor-made precisely for your eye prescription, so you don't have to fit your glasses under the headset anymore. They have a magnetic design for an easy switch and play, and even if you have perfect vision, they have blue light filters and anti-glare lenses to of course protect your eyes and have less eye strain. They ship worldwide and you can order them at VR-Wave, that store down in the description below. But hey, now that you can see the details, let's get into the comparison. Music! here we have it, guys. This was a comparison between the Meta Quest 3S running on VD in godlike mode, the Meta Quest 3 and the Meta Quest 2. And I have to say that the results were very, very interesting indeed and better than what I was expecting on some circumstances, but exactly like what I was expecting on others. Because yeah, the big thing and the big difference over here is of course the panels. The Meta Quest 3 actually it has a higher resolution and it has a better set of lenses with pancake lenses where everything is always crystal clear no matter what. So even if you have a lower resolution when you actually display things in the renderer, even if you don't have any sharpness added to the image, well, things just look sharper indeed because there's no Fresnel lenses that actually create the image that is kind of fuzzy to actually hide the screen effect. Here we really push the resolution much higher to see the best case scenario of the Meta Quest 3S. By the way, the resolution is still achievable on the Meta Quest 2, but the difference is actually in the color reproduction with the AV1 codecs. Because yeah, we have a limit over here with the chipset. The XR2 was able to actually stream wireless, no problems at all, but with the H264 codec. And that means that we don't have the same depth in color as the AV1. And you can actually see it in many instances where we actually have more contrast and also better colors in general. And something like that is possible just on the Meta Quest 3S thanks to the new chipset and not on the Meta Quest 2, unfortunately. Is that the end of the world? Is that a completely different experience? No, I would say no if we did the same comparison with the Meta Quest 2 not running Link but actually Virtual Desktop, super simple like we have on the Meta Quest 3S, we could get pretty much the same results in just the different colors in that case. But also a bit less of a sharper image because we don't have the Qualcomm super resolution. So yeah, when we stream content on these standalone headsets, the chipset where we receive the content is actually very important indeed, and it can make the difference. Is that the end of the world again? No, not really. The Quest 2 is still great when it comes to PCVR, and we have the same panel, so if you actually want an actual jump in quality, I really recommend to go for the Meta Quest 3. But yeah, we can get a slightly better performance with the Meta Quest 3S, so if you have to get something just for PCVR, maybe I would recommend to get that one if you don't have anything yet and you want to stay on a budget. And as always though, the Fresnel lenses are an older generation lenses and you can really tell over here the Meta Quest 3 looks better in every single image, and it wasn't even that super simple to actually match the same resolution that we had on the Meta Quest 3S. It's completely capable of doing it. They have the same internals. It was I just usually do this comparison keeping the resolution flat, so this was more an experiment than anything. It's not really apple to apple, but it's apple to apple with a little perk, let's say. But again, if we use Link with the cable where we don't have any, support for the new codecs, well, it would have been exactly the same completely. Also, just to make you aware, DCS was completely unplayable at that resolution on the Meta Quest 3S, and I'm actually running everything on a 4090, so it's not really a completely doable way to actually play. But I wanted to push the 3S to its limit, and that's where it's at. Anyway, guys, if you're planning to get the Meta Quest 3 or the Meta Quest 3S, I'm gonna leave links in the description below where you can get $30 of store credit to use if you buy them. They work on both the headsets, so if this video helps, feel free to use them. You don't have to, but it's a little perk to get. And just remember to use Virtual Desktop if you want to do PCVR, because everything is completely on another level. It actually uses the hardware much better than the official Link connection or Airlink. But yeah, it costs some money, so those $30 might be very handy indeed. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Did you get the Meta Quest 3S? Are you using it for PCVR? Are you still on the Meta Quest 2 and you're not planning or actually upgrading? Let me know in the comments below, and if you want to see some more comparison, let me know there as well. And as always, guys, if you liked the video, like. If you didn't like this, dislike. Subscribe to the channel for more VR tech. If you really love the channel, join button on there. Then you them further, also the Patreon. Thanks to the Patreon, so join the channel, of course. And I see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.